Thanks, Rish. Yeah, the second race is the Fairwood Brasserie Dining Experience Nursery Handicap over a mile. And we'll start with a look at the top weight for it. A horse who's back down in trip today, that is Alfred, who won over the extended 9 furlong trip last time out at Wolverhampton. Won at Newcastle over a mile before that. And I like the way that he picked up and made his ground quite swiftly when winning at Wolverhampton last time out. He did it out wide as well, and just the way that he picked them off quite smoothly and sharply makes me think that he's not going to be bothered by coming back down in distance at all. Whether they drop him right out again today or not, we'll soon find out, but he's drawn round the inside in stall 2, and I still think that even though he's gone up £9 for that last time out, he's probably still feasibly enough handicapped in races of this nature at this time of year. The horse that follows him in the paddock is going to be his main market rival. I can't say the number, but that's a Jane Chapel-Hyam horse. It's Habrady, who is also chasing the hat-trick following back-to-back wins. First of all on the turf over 6 furlongs, and then at Wolverhampton over 7. He's got a moving trip today as well, up in distance for the first time. Encouragement in the pedigree that will suit, but I think I'd want to see it before absolutely banking on it being the case. Moved well through that race last time out, got the better of Gaydon, one of today's rivals, and continues to progress. He's gone up the £8 as this son of Calix. Can't get a good look at him because he's well rugged up, but on form he's an interesting enough runner. Gaydon follows the filly by Memas, who was caught a long way back in that race behind Habrady last time out, and probably wasn't seen to best advantage as the race went. Got a good bit of ground to make up, but does get a fairly significant pull at the weights, and a step up in trip may well suit her. Even though she's by Memas, there's a bit of stamina down the other side of her pedigree, and I think it's worth a go given the way that she shaped on her most recent start. They're 3 of the main plays. If we go back to the horses that are still in ahead of them, number 5, the Greys, Monk's Mead, last time out winner. This is just a bit of a deeper race than the one that he won here last time out, but comes into the race on the back of a victory. And then we've got Sun God, who is number 4 on the card, first going a handicap today, and did catch the eye a little bit last time out. Each time he got a smack, I think he was hit a couple of times in the closing stage. He did just flash his tail, but didn't stop him going forward, and he might just be one to progress now he moves into a handicap. So only 5 of them, but a fairly interesting race, I think, Rish. Yeah, it is a small field, but all these horses have some level of interest, I think. Alfred was the one that I was most interested in at the prices. I just liked the way that he picked up, as I mentioned in the paddock, when he was asked at Wolverhampton, he was 3 deep. They were starting to quicken the pace up, and he managed to quickly go past horses and win with a good bit to spare. Pedigree-wise, there's potentially a little bit more to come in terms of his handicap mark, and I know he's been given a big boot up the weights, but so is his main market rival. Take the point that Steve was making on board, and that was that Hebrides might well be ideally positioned. He's been ridden prominently for those 2 wins recently, and there isn't a great deal of pace in the race, so maybe he will enjoy a little bit of a tactical advantage. And I thought that probably Monk's Mead was the one that would go forward. He made the running at Bath a couple of starts ago, sat handy enough when winning here last time out, so I thought he might well lead and give them something to aim at. Gaydon would perhaps want a slightly stronger tempo than looks likely to be on the cards, but she ran on well enough last time out. Hebrides gone odds on now, and we're just about set. The last one's going forward for race 2. Let's get back to Alan.
Alfred goes in to complete the line-up. And they're off. Runners jump into stride. It's 1 mile for the Fairwood Brasserie Dining Experience Nursery Handicap Stakes. Coming out of the chute, Monk's Mead, tracking distance winner from last time, looking to lead narrowly by about a half a length over Alfred, the light blue. Grey and yellow colours to the inside of Hebrides. A further 2 lengths in back to Gaydon, that dark blue jacket, and Gaydon's outside in the yellow and blue handicap first-timer Sun God. So into the far side they went, being led by the grey Monk's Mead under Alicia Perkins. Shows the way from Alfred, who's racing in 2nd place to top weight. Hebrides next in 3rd under David Egan. Then came Sun God and Harry Davis, and tucked in at the back Gaydon under Rossa Ryan. So down the far side they travelled, with out in front Monk's Mead leading them through halfway from Alfred, who goes along in 2nd place. Hebrides poised in 3rd. Sun God is next in 4th position, and Gaydon just the back marker of the 5, but still with every chance on the bend towards home, then running towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Monk's Mead with to the outside Alfred. Hebrides right in behind him in 3rd place, still being held together. Then came Sun God. Gaydon's now just been nudged along as they enter the home straight. Monk's Mead joined to the outside by the light blue silks of Alfred. To the inside, Hebrides now sent about his work. Bit wider up came Gaydon, even wider still is Sun God. Way across the track there, and Sun God veering there out to his right-hand side, halfway up the home run as Hebrides moves into the lead from Gaydon. Then came Monk's Mead and the weakening Alfred, and heading up towards the finish. 3 wins in a row here for Hebrides, and has won it pretty cosily from Gaydon in 2nd, Monk's Mead in 3rd, and then Alfred and Sun God.
Hat-tricks up for Hebrides, who wins well, and David Egan for Jane Chapelheim, up in trip for the first time and sees it out strongly to win decisively. And the latest £8 rise in the handicap is nowhere near enough to stop his progress. He gets the better of Gaydon, who was 2nd to him last time out by a similar sort of margin. Front runner Monk's Mead is back in 3rd. Alfred too keen, ridden more prominently, and I think that move kind of backfired really as the race went, because just ended up a little bit too lit up, and then for me far too keen. Now we saw a little bit of a kink in Sun God at Lingfield, and we've seen it to a much greater extent today when put under a little bit more pressure. One crack in the left hand and immediately shied away from it and came this way. So Sun God obviously one who isn't the most straightforward. Probably does have a little bit of ability, hasn't been beaten that far, but the race couldn't get to the bottom of it. But the winner has done it well. Son of Calix out of a Galileo mare, and that particular cross is proving a really good one, Rishi.